Alrighty, guys. How you guys doing this evening? Yes. Y'all, we have came to the end of this non-stop November. And I think I may hashtag this. That's my last day. Yesterday, today, I don't care. I'm done. Thank you guys for rocking with me. I'm summing that shit up. Thanks for all my new subscribers. I didn't feel like getting on camera this evening, but I just want to come in right quick and do this Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right, you guys. It was a bunch of fuck shit going on, but you know, it was a little bit better than last week, because last week it was dry. Dry as a wolf's pussy, okay? So basically we had Kenya showing up, kicking the scene off. She walking down, you know, she say she's Cherie's neighbor. She want to walk down and borrow a cup of sugar from Chateau Cherie. And she go down there. She's walking like she's taking a walk through the neighborhood. She claims she's 500 feet literally away. And she walks up on Cherie. You know, we taping, y'all. Cherie happened to be out there sweeping the porch, but she wouldn't let that hoe on the inside. So she walks up and she go, oh, I came down to, I don't know what the fuck she said. She came down to get a cup of sugar or whatever, whatnot. Y'all, you know how we do for Real Housewives of Atlanta when it's taping. And so she runs around to the back because she said, I want to see the inside. And Cherie says, shit, bitch, you ain't getting up in this motherfucker. But it looks good. And Kenya even stated that it looked like it's about 15 to 20,000 square feet. And it's beautiful. It looks really, really nice, you know. And like Cherie said, when she put herself into it, she didn't know that, you know, it was going to be so extravagant and cost so much money. And being married to a motherfucking deadbeat who wouldn't even take care of his kids when she went through the divorce, shit, he stopped the child support, so that wasn't her funds. So all the funds she made, she had to take care of her goddamn kids. That's what a single mom has to do. So anyway, Portia and Phaedra, they end up going to some kind of novelty store. And Portia said she want to get some shit. So when she FaceTime a Skype Duke, because he's going to camp, she want to, you know, take some pictures and some freaky shit so he could see her and, you know, stay interested in her motherfucking ass while he off at camp. So they in there and they picking up some freaky shit. And even Phaedra purchased her some shit. Because I think we all know Phaedra got her man, y'all. She just ain't telling it. Phaedra fucking somebody. So anyway, Portia, we gonna slide on over with Portia. She gets home. She put on her freaky deek shit. She got her titties all hanging out. And she texts Duke and like, call me when you get a chance. He said, okay, he in camp. She's sitting, waiting by the phone. And they got the cameras rolling. This motherfucker don't never return her phone call. Me, myself, personally, I think she scared him off with that goddamn party. That motherfucker said, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. So then she calls Phaedra on the motherfucking telephone. And she say, I'm feeling some kind of way. I called Duke and he haven't returned my phone call. And I told him to call me when he get a chance. And he haven't, you know what's going on. Phaedra said, well, I don't give any advice unless you ask for it. She said, I think, and she must know more than what Portia put out there. I think Duke has went on. And Portia like, for real? She said, yeah, I think the thrill is gone. In other words, you was scaring him. You wanted him to commit. And he wasn't trying to do all that. He was just trying to pop that pussy and do whatever else and keep it moving. You know, he was intrigued with your ass. But as we know, he was on the blogs with another reality show. So, girl, so he's just trying to get his fame in other places, you know. He camera happy. So, basically, Candy, she meets with, Candy's sitting at home, and Don Juan gives her a phone call and see how she's doing and check on her. And she's letting him know she's 4.5 months pregnant. That motherfucker look like she's about 6 to 8 months pregnant. But anyway, she's taking Dr. Jackie advice. Dr. Jackie told her she needed to slow down. So, basically, Don Juan telling her, you know, relax, chill out. And somebody else, Cynthia, as they were sitting on the boat talking, Cynthia's telling her, I follow you on Instagram, Candy, and you ain't slowed down none. I see you everywhere. So I guess Candy let y'all know just because she pregnant, hell, she ain't finna stop living. She ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna stand for it. So anyway, Kim also goes to visit Phaedra. I don't know everybody. Phaedra is the common denominator right motherfucking now. And she goes over and well, first they have a play date with the kids. Kim shows up with her 2 boys, and Phaedra has her boys out there, and they're swimming. They have a play date at the swimming pool, and they got somebody there as a lifeguard, probably the babysitter. And she watches the kids while these 2 go sit and have a little talk. So Phaedra asks Kim, you know, do you have any friends? Do you get out? Do you go get your nails done? Do you hang out? Do you do anything? No, 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 no. Who is your best friend? Sebastian and whatever the other little boy is, and her husband. And when do you go get your nails done? I don't. When you go get your hair done? I don't. So she comes to the conclusion that Kim needs to open herself up, hang out more, and have a little mommy time. So when she's talking to her, Kim breaks down, and she said, you know what? I have dedicated my whole life to my kids and my husband. And she melts down and starts crying and said, you know what? I haven't put any time into myself. So Phaedra said, you know what? We need to do some us time, and not with the uterus, but us as in going out, relaxing, letting your hair down and have a little bit of fun. So in the meantime, in the between time, I'm just going to go on and get to the best part that there was. Kenya invites all the girls. We're going on a trip, on a boat trip. And everybody shows up except for Phaedra. Phaedra said she couldn't make it. Probably was a smart move, okay? So the bus picks up Candy. And she laying her ass sleep on the bus. She just act like this pregnancy is just killing her motherfucking ass. But I guess she's older being pregnancy, and you know, it's a high risk. And it's taking a toll on her, and she's having some female problems also, okay? So maybe it is taking a toll on her. And the bus picks up Kim. And the 20 minutes that they drive to go pick up whoever else they fucking picked up, I guess Portia and Shimei, her and Tootie do a lot of bonding, you know. And they find out that they really like each other and they really can hang out, you know. All right, moving right along. Let's get on to the best part of the motherfucking shit. The boat trip. So somehow, some way, this lady named Tammy, I think she shows up with Cynthia, you guys. And I don't know. She strays her way in, as Kenya say, all these stray motherfucking cats. It's Cynthia, Candy, Portia, Kenya, Kim, this woman named Tammy, and Shimei. They all on, we're going on a trip. They all on the boat. So they drinking. Bad thing. Candy said when you mix alcohol in these bitches, it turns into a motherfucking disaster. And yes, it motherfucking did. It turned into a fucking disaster. All right. Once Portia, she dancing and throwing her ass in a circle, and she talking about, yeah, Papa Smurf say he don't want you to leave him, and she doing all this, and Cynthia don't think that shit funny, because Kenya already done made an announcement that she brought the girls on the trip for her best friend who's going through a rough patch in her marriage, and I don't think Cynthia kind of like that, but of course Portia, she wants to best friend, you know. I ain't know her and Cynthia still wasn't seeing eye to eye, but undoubtedly they're not getting along. So this little bitch that's hanging out with Portia, this Shimei chick, every time she get a chance, she's throwing the dab at Kenya. Kenya ain't liking it. Kenya shade motherfuckers from left to right. Kenya just don't give a fuck. Kenya doing team too much though. Kenya shade motherfuckers left to right. But also, this girl that I think Tammy showed up with Cynthia. I don't know how that bitch got on the boat. I probably wasn't paying attention because, you know, sometimes it get boring and I drift away and do something else or play on my telephone, y'all. But Tammy on the motherfucking boat, and Tammy straight out. Sharice shows up, you guys, toward the end before the boat gets ready to take off. So Tammy is telling Candy, hey, bitch, I know you. 20 years ago when you was in Escape, hey, I was at one of your performances or some shit. And Candy sitting there like, 20 years ago, like, really, bitch? So, with her throwing that tag out that 20 years ago, I know you, she wanted her, she said, my son sing that song, throw that ass in a circle. I don't know what the name of the motherfucking song is, but throw that ass in a circle. Throw that ass in a circle. That's the song come to my mind. And have you heard it? And Candy's sitting there like, no. And she's like, well, you know what? I want to make an appointment because I want to come see you. She's like putting herself off on Candy, trying to bring her son to try to have Candy come listen. And Candy like, I'm working with 2 groups, and you know, and basically that's enough. All the other girls get up and walk away because this motherfucking Tammy is crazy. And everybody sees she's trying to get Candy to sign her motherfucking son. So everybody leaves and they go over to the other side where they at the bar drinking. They leave Candy there with this crazy bitch. And Candy said, I'm finna go over here with the rest of the girls. So they all leave this Tammy chick, this crazy hoe over there by her motherfucking self. And I think somebody invited her and brought her because Cherie is there. And her husband is best friends with Cherie's ex-husband. It's some kind of common denominator in all these motherfuckers and how they're there. Always, always. So anyway, they drinking, they taking shots. They taking shots. Kim, she want to get a book and run high. They like, nah, bitch, why you here? You need to drink. She like, oh no, I'll just take a 7-Up. Can you take her food and throw it in the motherfucking ocean, a river, wherever the fuck, the lake, wherever the fuck they at. And Tootie sitting there looking like, this bitch is really fucking crazy. So every time she may get a chance, she throw a dab at Kenya, you know, like that water you had, like that fake shit you had on your tables, and whoop, whoop, whoop. So Kenya getting tired of this bitch slick shading her. When she first showed up, Kenya was like, oh, I invited you, I invited you, I invited you. She said, where you come from? I didn't invite you. Kenya just straight said it. Kenya don't give a fuck. So she may keep on fucking with Kenya and come for Kenya. And Kenya tell this bitch, look, I did not invite you. And bitch, either you can leave, you can get escorted off this motherfucker, because I'm going to get the captain. Or you could jump off this motherfucker and take the shortcut, but bitch, you gotta go. I'm sick of you and your motherfucking bullshit. You full of shit, bitch. And I know Portia probably gonna put you up to coming for me. Or maybe the bitch just trying to come at her because she want to be on the show. I don't know what she may think is. I don't know if this is the other girl that's supposed to be on the season. I don't know who this bitch is, but all I know is she on every motherfucking episode. And she's coming for Kenya every time she get a chance. So, when Kenya leaves to go get the captain to put this bitch off the boat, Portia say something stupid and like, yeah, bitch, you know, whatever, bitch, she says to Cynthia. Cynthia gets in her feelings because she already going through a rough time. But her and Portia, I guess they wasn't really cool. And Cynthia wasn't having it. So Cynthia and Portia gets to arguing. And Cynthia gets all up in her face and everything. And these 2 bitches get to going at it. And basically, when Kenya walked back up, she's like, what's going on? What's going on? Kenya automatically jumps on Cynthia's side. And Candy is trying to stay neutral and say, no, Cynthia, you know, it didn't go like that. Kenya, it didn't go like that. We've been calling bitches all evening. And we've been doing this, we've been doing that. She out of pocket, she out of line. And that, side note, that is the #1 reason why I do not like using the word bitch. Because one day we could be a bunch of bitches and hang out and have fun. And in the same breath, a motherfucker like Cynthia going through a rough time. You call her a bitch, she ready to fight. That's the #1 reason I do not like to use that word bitch. First of all, women shouldn't be calling other women bitches. I think it's disrespectful. If we don't want a man to call us a female dog or to play like that, then we shouldn't play like that with our girlfriends. But anyway, make a long story short, it ends up these 2 bitches, there I go. But I'm doing my review. I ain't with my girlfriends. These 2 bitches end up getting into a damn near physical altercation and the shit goes off. You guys, this is all I have right now for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you like what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for fucking with me for non-stop November. And you guys have a lucky day. Goodbye.